Hey everybody, we are so excited to be here with my besties doing a Chat GPT training. Okay, so this is going to be how Chat GPT can support us in all things. You might find out some other ways that they're using it, but definitely leaning into supporting their Plexus business. And I'm going to let them, I'm not even going to say anymore. I'm just going to let them roll. I'm so excited. So first up is Jodie. Um, Thanks for being here, babe.
Well, thanks for having me. So, a chat GPT has become something in my life that has been a huge blessing for my business. And I know that a lot of people, when they come into our organization, one of the biggest concerns for them is how to make good posts, how to engage their audience, where to get started, all these kinds of things. So, sometimes they just feel really lost, and we can give them posts and we can give them ideas, but that only goes so far, right? So this has become one of those apps that has been very user friendly for our business world. And I just the things that I want to talk to you about real quick today, and I know Mandy's got a lot of great things too. For me, I was using a very simple. I never understood how much it could actually do. I'm sure a lot of us have started playing around with it, but I would like to, talk about why. Obviously, it's good. It's good because it's going to be saving lots of time, right? It's going to be engaging our audience, our target audience. We can literally train it to do a target audience for us, and that's really important. That it's not just this general idea. So the time is a big, yes, time saver, big one. So you know how we always say, work smarter, not harder, right? And this is one of those avenues that you're able to do that. So how do you use this? Okay, so there's all kinds of examples we're going to get into, but I just want to talk about the fact that, again, you can personalize this. All right, Chat GPT is almost scary how personal it can get. All right, like really. And so I want you to, does everybody have their phones? Are they able to do anything or write down some things? Okay. So, the first thing that it's going to want some information about you. All right. So you're going to want to be able to talk about your target audience, like who is your ideal customer. It's going to ask you examples like that. So make sure that you have a little bit of time that you're able to fill this stuff in, because if you do, it will generate amazing things. All right. So your target audience. It's also going to want to know what your brand tone is. And what does that mean? That means, do you prefer more educational? Do you prefer more humor style? Do you want viral post ideas? You can literally put that kind of stuff in there. Okay. So then your key selling points. What is for us, it's our gut health company. It is the fact that we focus on fighting inflammation, balancing blood sugars. You can put all of that in there. Okay. And give it the idea of what your key selling points are. Another thing it's going to want to ask you is your call to action style. Are you someone who is like very direct with your call to action, like buy it now kind of thing? Or are you more about that softer engagement style that is like, drop a comment and or drop an emoji in the comments and I'll get you some information. There's all different kinds of styles that you can ask this to formulate for you. Also, you can talk about any special offers or events. Believe it or not, you could put in, I'm offering a 3-day reset, and Chat GPT knows what it's talking about. Okay. So you're able to include any of that kind of stuff. Also, you want to let it know your preferred platforms. Okay. Because it will actually target things for Facebook, Instagram, and different types of platforms that you might use. So, the next one I want to say is, are there any struggles or objections that it can help you address, people? Is there any struggles or objections that you commonly hear from your people? Okay. So things like this are the type of things that Chat GPT could come in and ask you. So for example, this is what I did when I first created this. I said, I needed social media content for my health and wellness business. I sell gut health products. Our primary focus is gut microbiome, gut health healing, and repair. fighting chronic inflammation, balancing blood sugars, liver detox, and resetting metabolic, hormonal, and cellular inflammation with a 3-day nutritionally supported fasting program. I want you to act as a social media content creator. I need to create a social media content, and I post 5 times per week. I literally said that. I will need a balance of funny, engaging posts and ones that promote my business and products. Please ask me questions about my business and audience, and then I need you to provide captions with images along with content. It literally gave me the questions. I took the time to fill it out, and it gave me a calendar for 5 days of post. Okay. I then went a step further and said, could you create a calendar, a 30-day, a month calendar for me a post? It did it. I then said, could you put it in a table format? It did it. I then said, can I have images to go along with each of these posts, or at least suggestions of images and graphics and reels? It did it. What kind of photography do I need to use while doing these images? It told me. It's insane, guys. The amount of things that this can do is absolutely insane. So it gave me lots and lots of things. But the main thing is that you're able to use this for your hooks. We know how important hooks are. You know, ask them, what are the most beneficial hooks when it comes to relationship marketing, internet sales, social selling, all those kinds of questions. Okay. So the next thing is ask about your call to actions. Get in there with the nitty gritty of call to actions. It's really important because that's where we sometimes, the dropping into curiosity, that's always important, right? The call to action is just as important. You can have a killer post and not have anything done with it because you didn't have a call to action about it. So it's really important to, include those. So ask it again. You can ask it to plan your content. You can define things like, I need content. I wrote this down for engagement, educational, personal stories, and promotion. I literally put those 4 things out. I mean, I've done this several times now, but here's the thing I want to tell you. You want to make sure it sounds like you and not an AI. This is a tool, not a crutch. Okay. So if it does not sound like you, nobody's going to believe it. And if you read it and you go, that's not something I would say, literally say back to it, I need this to sound more human. Okay. Literally say that. I need this to be softer. I need this to be more bold. You can say those kinds of things and it will come. And sometimes the best thing I've told my people, write down your own post. Write down a post that you think you would do. And then put it in there and say, can you make this smoother? Can you make this more relatable? Can you make this more bold? And it will generate. And that's how I think people can use this in a more authentic way than just allowing AI to create all this for you. If you can write down your thoughts, put it in there, it will help you as a tool. It's not a crutch then, because the moment we get into a crutch, we're going to find ourselves being less authentic with it. Okay. So it's really important to do that. So make sure that, when you're typing things into Chat GPT, in fact, you can feed it knowledge. So for example, if you have information, if you have those info sheets, you can literally copy and paste some stuff and say, hey, I need you to store this for me for future reference. Okay. I need you to understand what slim microbiome can actually do. And you can type, like copy paste, put it in there, feed it, and it saves it for you. All right. So it will definitely take that kind of information. So, it will also do the hashtags. If you say, I need hashtags to go along with this post, please give me the best ones. All right. If you want certain captions for it, you can do that. It will add certain captions for your stories. It will tell you, like, if you want a story script, you can say, I need 3 slides. I've done this. I need 3 slides. I need to so I'm going to state my problem. I'm going to introduce my solution and include a call to action. I need it for my plexus business, gut health business, whatever you want to say. But right now, if you're on your phones and you can just type in what is plexus worldwide, it's going to literally be amazing for you just to see what exactly it can do. I mean, because it's almost like you don't believe it till you see it. You don't believe how much you can actually do. So if you just typed in, what is plexus worldwide? And can anybody tell me what it comes up with? Is anybody doing it? If not, it's okay. We can do it later.
Want to know?
Yeah. What is Plexus Worldwide? What does Chat GPT say?
Plexus Worldwide is a health and wellness company that offers supplements, skincare, and weight management products. They are best known for their pink drink, Plexus Slim, a powdered supplement marketed to support gut health, weight management, and balance blood sugar levels. Plexus operates as a multi-level marketing company, meaning their products are sold through independent brand ambassadors who earn commissions through sales and team building. Their product line includes probiotics, collagen, vitamins, and protein powders, all focused on gut health, weight loss, and overall wellness. Are you considering trying their products, or are you looking into the business opportunity side?
Okay, can I jump in? And I'm going to let Jodie. I just want to say, and if somebody on here is smarter than me, most of you will fit into that category. Every time I ask it for a graphic, they're terrible. So maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay.
No, you're not.
Okay.
That's why I stopped asking for graphics and I asked for graphic ideas. Tell me an idea that would go really well. So it literally told me, take a picture of you sitting drinking your Plexus Slim in front of or at your kitchen table. I was like, okay. But it will give you ideas just like that. If you ask for an idea of a graphic or a reel, it will give you an idea for each of those. Okay. So if you take that a step further, Lori, and then you say, I need 5 days of content based around this information that I can share with potential customers. Can you put that in there? You're muted.
I need 5 days of content based around what?
Based around this information.
Okay.
Let's say for Instagram.
For Instagram.
Please include hashtags for my Plexus business or for my potential customers for Plexus.
Here's a 5-day Instagram content plan centered around Plexus Worldwide, focusing on wellness, motivation, and engagement. Each post includes a caption idea and hashtags to maximize needs.
Okay. And did it come up with it?
Post like the first one, it says intro to Plexus. So share a high quality image of the Plexus Slim pink drink with a clean, bright background. Caption: ready to take your health to the next level? Plexus is all about gut health, balanced blood sugar, and sustainable weight management. Hold on. My laptop charger came unplugged. Sorry. Okay. Starting with the famous pink drink. It's literally like putting the pink drink on like a pedestal. Packed with prebiotics and nutrients, it's a simple daily step toward feeling your best. Who's ready? Who's already a fan? Drop a heart in the comments. And then hashtag wellness journey, other hashtags, Plexus, gut health, pink drink, healthy living, wellness warrior, balanced life, health goals, natural wellness, holistic health.
Okay.
Day 2.
Well, so you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
The idea is that this is a perfect solution for somebody getting started. Is this a perfect solution for leaders? Probably not. Okay. For leaders, you need to be more specific. You need to include what your goals are. You need to include exactly what you're trying to address. So one of the things that I did for me is write an engaging Instagram post about how balancing your blood sugars um, can improve mood swings for women in perimenopause. That's my world. Okay. So I was very specific, but then on the business side of it, I'm able to also talk about who I'm wanting to target, that I want to be like, I put in, I want to be in my soft mom era, my soft business era. I want to be able to look or sound and attract women that are able to do it all, run a business, be a mom, be a wife, do the things. It's possible. I need this to come across. And it was so motivational. It got me fired up. I mean, I was like, this is exciting. So I really think that this is a perfect tool for our beginners and for our leaders. You know, but we have to be more specific. Also, again, I would use the example of writing, take one of your posts that you wrote a week ago and put it in and say, please make this smoother, please make this bolder, please this, you know, just incorporate some of those things that you've already done. Our idea is to work smarter, not work harder, right? So those are the kinds of things. I know I have so much information, like literally I tried to just put in so much information, like, and the main thing is play around with it. There is nothing that you can't ask it to do. It's, like I said, almost a little scary how much it can do, but it can be a wonderful tool. Again, let's not use it as a crutch because it can sound very AI, and we don't want that. We want it to be us. So go back and use some of the posts you've already used, put it in there, let it help you with those to like regenerate new content, but it also gets your style of posting, okay? And this way you want it to sound. So does anybody have questions about anything that I've talked about here? Has anybody, are you mostly a pro at Chat GPT? Yeah. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? So anyway, that's really about what I have. If anybody has any questions or wants to talk further about some of the examples I've done, you can always reach out to me because I have done a lot of helping the new friends get started on this. So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well,
Thanks,
now we're gonna have
Jodie.
Miss Mandy Noss. And what I love too, guys, and obviously those on my team know this, that both very successful leaders on our team here, but both very different. And so I love that we're gonna get another just flavor of how this is showing up for you, girl. So go, girl.
All right. Thanks so much, Jode. So, Jodie, you covered so many nooks and crannies of this. The importance of loading what you expect it to know about you is essential. I went so far as to load the facts of the compensation plan, what the levels mean with being a jewel. Like, I want ChatGPT to basically be my freebie assistant. Way cheaper than Janelle. Sorry, Janelle, love you when you watch the repeat of this. But it's an awesome, easy button. But we need to feed it the information we expect it to know because it's a computer. So we don't want it to feed us a line of BS. We want it to know exactly what we want from it and just finesse it, smooth it down, and make it pretty and polished. So I go as far as writing down things on my handy dandy notebook because that's who I am. I'm a Lisa Frank girl. Like, give me my Trapper Keeper. I'm not going to put it on an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper, listening to a podcast in my car at school pickup, right? And I will put all the facts on my paper. So I'm looking for somebody ready to run, hardworking, believes in God, core values are X, Y, Z, is into health and fitness, is a clean eater, is in her 40s, perimenopause, sometimes snaps at her husband. I mean, like, I am detailed. I am detailed. Likes to chew gum. Like, all the things I like in somebody is going into this computer. And it's going to be so specific on what kind of a leader I want. Hardworking, grit, tenacity, doesn't talk out of both sides of their mouth. Maybe is a certain, um, we won't get into politics, but maybe is the way I believe because I want to be surrounded by the people that get me, right? I want to draw people in and be a magnet for what I want. So I'm not only using this for Plexus posts, I've graduated to the next level where I'm hunting people to join my team. So I'm using this as a business tool. And I know that can be like scary for a lot of people when they're transitioning into a business mode instead of just talking about the microbiome, right? So I am feeding it so much of the facts of like what I'm expecting to find in a business owner, somebody that wants to run with me, somebody that's going to maybe not have every characteristic I have, but have other strengths that I don't have. And then I'm getting specific, like Jodie said, I'm asking it to provide me with a plan for posts, a plan for stories, a plan for reels, hooks. Give me the music, give me graphic ideas. Tell me what time of day I should be posting this. Provide it to me in a week format of when I can get it done at what time of day, week, month, year. Give me specific goals. Give me ideas on what my brand should look like. How should I fine tune my Instagram information? And I will put a picture of what my profile on Instagram looks like for this computer to generate where I have flaws, where I need to change an emoji. Maybe I'm not crystal clear on what I'm offering. They told me Health and Happy Nos needed to be changed to Mandy, Mandy with health and happiness. So it's completely clear. I'm like, well, I don't know about that. Okay, sorry, ChatGPT. I might be not doing what you say here. And Michael's like, you don't have to change everything, right? But you also can ask specific things like, give me a meek, sweet way to reply to this really relaxed introvert I'm trying to win over. Like, hi, I am a type A, kicky in the teeth kind of a girl. So when I got to talk to somebody that's like maybe a little bit more sensitive and maybe gets their feelings hurt pretty easily, I might ask ChatGPT how to soften my approach. Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT how to give me a faith-based approach because it's a Sunday and I want some inspo on how I can pull God into the business. Like this is gonna light a fire in you, you guys. And I just wanted to share one last thing. This is something that I've also asked it to do. Instead of just always telling it, I have found this approach where you say, okay, ChatGPT, before we begin, I want you to fully understand my business, my approach, my customers, what I want from you. I want you to ask me at least 20 questions about my business, about my customers, about my audience, about anything else you need to know in order to fulfill the things I'm going to ask you. And then ChatGPT will give you all these responses. And then you can say, okay, let's load facts you want your chat to know, right? So you can constantly make sure it's going to be smooth and it's not going to be bumpy. But even after you do all of these things, like Jodie said, when it provides you with the post, don't be quick to copy and paste it and throw it out into the world. Read through it, fine tune it, proofread it. I don't like how ChatGPT capitalized things that don't need to be capitalized. Like I'm like, okay, pipe it down with this. I'm going to probably have to correct my ChatGPT to do grammatical, like grammar the way I want it done. And you can also say, okay, I want it to be quick-witted. I want it to be okay with throwing an F-bomb if you think that's who your audience is going to be attracted to, right? I want you to totally like be like Mandy Noss. I want you to be like Dawn Claggett. I want you to be like Donna Barger. Like be like me. And when you make it understood, then you're going to get more of the content that you want. In the beginning, when I would go in there, I would be like, okay, I'm looking for a post that's going to pull on somebody's heartstrings and that's going to talk about XYZ. And then I'd be like, this is fizzling flat. But once you throw so much at it, then you get more satisfaction back. So that's really all I got. I have an entire like sheet of like what I want in a leader, and I just snapped a picture of that, put it in there, and it fired back at me like me, 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 all the things in a nice and neat order. It's
Okay.
also a really cool tool if you're not nice and neat. You can say, okay, take all of my sloppy handwritten notes and make it nice and tight. Put it in a graph. Put it in a numerical order of the most important to the least important. Like it'll make it tight for you.
But I want you to also tell them how you guided it to set goals. in the business?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So after you've loaded what the goal is, right? So, like, they need to understand the compensation plan, they need to understand what jewels are in the company. Then I went in there and I said, I want you to break it down by the hour, by the day, by the week, by the month, by the year on how I'm going to accomplish this goal. And it legit just printed out. Like, I was able to just print out a checklist, which I really love checklists on what I'm doing today, what I'm doing a week from now. And not only does this tie in wonderfully for hitting your goal, but it also ties in wonderfully if you're like a nerd like me and you love to time block. You're like, okay, on this day at this time, I'm going to be doing this. My phone's going to be turned off. I'm going to be zoned in, because part of being a leader is also setting boundaries and knowing that not everybody's going to pull from your energy pot. It's their job to do the digging. If you've got leaders on your team that are asking you dumb questions still, but they don't know how to go into the back office and check out the incentives tab, this is just like a way for you to keep safe and then also find ways to just make your day smoother and more efficient. So it's been cool. I've been
Mandy,
really having fun.
have you obviously we can see what is most interesting to me because I'm asking questions about this, but like, have you done the checklist? Are you getting what
Yeah.
they are saying you need to get? Like, are you getting the results that they're saying that that checklist is going to, the fruit it's going to provide? And have you seen a difference in your like metrics?
So this ChatGPT, it's not going to like tell us the fruit. It's only giving us what we should be doing each day. So
Okay.
like I have, like I'm on day 17 of doing this thing, and it'll even give you like a specific post you can put up because you want variety, right? So today, it can be like what's in your cup, right? And like it gives you like all the different prompts, but in regard to hitting your goal, it's not telling me like how many people I'm going to scoop, you know what I mean, or any of that
Mm,
jazz. It's
mm.
not that detailed. I
I
don't think
thought
it
that
could.
would have been absolutely bonkers.
Insane.
Yeah.
Hey, and it also lied about the Super Bowl. It told me we were going to win 27-24. So
I have a
When you
question. Can you put your, okay, so you're saying that you don't know what fruit it bears, but are you able to, when we're meta verified and we can see our dashboards and it's got all that information in it, I wonder if you put your information in there weekly, if it could tell you, hey, this is working.
yeah, I'm sure it could.
Because sometimes
Um,
I wonder if that's a waste, but like this thing sounds like a, incredible.
I think it could even be cool if you feel like, all right, I've gone round and round with this woman. This is the last message I've sent her. What is my, last,
are we still talking
what's
about
my last
Kim?
try?
I'm just kidding.
What'd you say?
Said, are we still talking about Kim?
Oh yeah, I'm over Kim. But when I see her at school pickup, you better bet I'm gonna be giving her the eye. I'm gonna be
and
giving her. I'm gonna be like, I see you, Kim. I'm gonna throw a slim at your windshield. Um,
Mandy, when you asked about goals, did you upload the compensation graphic or did you?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I got bored the other day and uploaded just a picture of my photo gallery and I asked it for a post to go with this picture that talks about like menopause or something.
yeah.
And so you can put your own pictures in your own graphics and it'll
That's a
still
good idea
create.
too. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
for loading your photos. I love
yeah.
that.
Yep.
I took a screenshot of my Instagram page
Mhm.
and just uploaded my Instagram page and said, where do I need to tweak this to make it more? And it'll
It's
tell
so
you exactly
cool.
what to
Sometimes
do.
I don't want to hear what it has to say though,
I know. Yeah.
but
It
sometimes
said
I'm like,
one thing.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah. And then one other thing that I did is I'm trying to aim at women that are older than all of you. And so I asked it to give me bullet points for women that are this age for like that I want to put in a newsletter or that
yeah,
I want give me bullet points, blah blah blah. So yeah.
it's fun. I
Hmm.
get a kick out of it big
Yeah.
time.
And then I even just ask it, okay, that's nice, but I need it a little bit this way. That's
Yeah,
good, but I needed this. Yeah.
yes.
I need
I
it to sound
absolutely
like this.
believe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I know sometimes you have to kind of like, I mean, it's like finding the right pair of shoes. It's like
Yeah.
finding the right husband, right? Like
Hmm.
you're giving it every single fact that you want. And if it doesn't give you what you want exact, you get to tell it, hey, I need this refined. I need this to be tight in this area. I don't like the way you use this word, because we're all going to be so different in our approach. It's a cool tool. And I think what's best about this is like all of us overthink at some point in time. After you've been here and you've gone around and around for so long, it's sometimes harder as a leader than it is just to have somebody copy and pasting what you told them to do in your thread. Like, oh, this is going to go over really great, girls, because they all still have such low hanging fruit. But when you've been here for, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, sometimes you're like, I'm tired of me. And it's not that the audience isn't tired of you, but you're tired of your approach. And I feel like this is a way to freshen things up to make it fun again.
I know this isn't for everybody, but sadly it sounds how I talk, which I am not drunk, but Janelle told us the prompt of tell me why I should join Plexus Worldwide like you're my drunk best friend. And I'm going to tell you right now, this thing was absolute gold. I could have spit it. I talk like that, which is not, this is making me feel feelings about myself, but it was very casual and it was fun and it was quippy and it was very too direct. So I think, so if you don't like to direct, if you don't like drunk, right? You could say like you're my most direct best friend. Like tell me exactly why I need to do this. Like you're my most direct best friend. You guys, I loved it. And I thought, and if you find a prompt that really works for you like that, and you're struggling with just kind of like what Mandy said, the tone, you want to, are you softer? Are you spicier? Are you this, that, whatever. But just keep refining that. And then that's how you can ask it questions. Hey, why would somebody want restore? Tell me like you're my drunk best friend, right? Well, I can already think of what I would say if I was going to be really direct. But I just am excited for how this is going to show up and shake up our wording, shake up our posts. And like the girls have said, there are blind spots that we have because there are things we haven't wanted to change. Like, let's be honest, right? Are we a 52 star diamond? No, we're not. Okay. So there are things that we could change, maybe have hesitated to change. And when you give it all this information, and you girls know better than me, I mean, you guys have been using it more, so jump in if you think what I'm saying is flawed. But I just feel like, the more prepared you make this thing, the more it's going to be able to say, hey, you're not doing this, or you really need to, like Donna put the thing in. I don't know that I'd want to see it, but you do, sometimes you just got to rip the Band-Aid off and be like, I'd rather feel uncomfortable and embarrassed and you're just with your phone. So it's like, whatever, I'd rather be uncomfortable for this minute of getting this feedback and really be able to see a blind spot that maybe even the people, your leaders might not be able to see, your besties, your sidelines, your upline, downline, they might not be able to see it because they think, oh, I love what Michelle does. Like, oh my gosh, Shannon does a great job. I don't see a problem because we're not viewing it as someone who she wants to draw in. We're viewing it as somebody who loves her. So I think that the objectivity of this app or this program is going to make it nice. So does anyone have questions that I'm obviously going to
I real quick want to add a couple more things that you could ask questions about that has been helpful. One of them is like the common objections. So like when somebody says, is it too expensive? I've tried everything, just giving any type of objection that you might come up or that you hear, it can help you come up with something that would be good to respond back. You could even say, this is someone who struggles with confidence. I need help in helping them figure out that this is a great journey for them. One of the other things that I did was I need short motivational posts for my leaders who are struggling with confidence. Okay. And it came up with some ideas where I was able to share some of the things that it just gave me help. But this is all about, like, I love the direction that Mandy took this for leaders, but it's also really good for branding because I felt like I had just done a shift where I had all of these kids that were, babies, 5 kids that were so close in age, but all of a sudden I'm now in a arena of many adults. And my whole brand has needed to almost have a shift, right? My journey is in a shift with my hormones and all the things. And so I literally talk to it, just like Mandy was saying. And if you want me to put it in, I can, but it is, I want you to understand how specific you can get with this so it can really help you reformulate, take a different direction, do the things that they're talking about, take a picture of something, your notes that you've written down. I just put it in there. But this is going to be a game changer for a lot of people. Just remember to make it sound like you. Okay. That's the biggest tool or tip I could say. It has to sound like you. Okay.
I do have a question about something. Are you guys using, so I'm confused on one thing in here. So it's got like writing, all these suggestions, like top picks. So like right now it's saying that it pairs well with Tutor Me, Al Video Maker by Descript. Are you guys for productivity? It has Canva as the #1 list. So you click on that. And so is it pairing with Canva right there for you? Do you know, have you guys done that?
I have not done that part yet. Mm-mm.
I haven't paired it with Canva either. If I use Canva, I go in separately and use that as a tool. I just do chat for only like helping me through like maybe a little brain hiccup or just guidance on the things that that we went over. Shoot, my phone might die, girls. I got 10 more in it.
Well, thank you for, if you go away, thank you.
You guys, before this dies, let me tell you this too. I just had this like aha moment. If you ever feel like you're stumped on the close, I don't feel stumped on the close. I know Sadie came from a sales background. A lot of people here have. But if you ever feel like, okay, where am I going here? How do I close it? You can ask you can ask ChatGPT to give you 10 really great closes for different personalities of people based on where you stand in the conversation as well. And that's been really fun to look at too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop recording.